Hello everyone. I'm here for a yarn about something that's doing all our heads in, quite literally. Now, I'm not here to tell you to chuck out your meat pies or feel guilty about that sneaky Tim Tam at Smoko. But what if I told you that the very foods we're reaching for might be rewiring our brains to make us want more of them, in a vicious cycle that's harder to escape than a Ripper Bondi? The science calls it the vicious cycle model. I call it the brain Billy Boomerang. Part 1. Your brain's executive assistant. First up, let me introduce you to your hippocampus. No, it's not where seahorses live. It's this little seahorse-shaped bit of brain tucked deep inside your noggin. Think of it as your brain's executive assistant, the one who remembers where you left your keys, helps you navigate to the servo without GPS, and, here's the kicker, tells you when you've had enough chugga. The hippocampus is bloody brilliant at its job. It processes those contextual cues, including the internal and full signals from your gut, and helps inhibit your response to food when you've had your fill. It's like having a sensible mate who says, "Righto, you've had enough babies. Time for a glass of water." Part 2. Enter the sneaky saboteur. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and a bit scary. Research has shown that consuming an energy-dense Western diet, your typical high-fat, high-sugar chocolate, does harmful things to this executive assistant. We are talking about neuroinflammation, inflammation in the brain, blood-brain barrier breakdown. Your brain's security system gets compromised. Reduced BDNF, less of the protein crucial for learning and memory. And here's the absolute ripper. This damage can start happening after just 10 days on a Western diet. That's shorter than your average fortnight. Part 3. The vicious cycle, the upward spiral. So here is how the nightmare unfolds. Picture this cycle, what the researchers call the upward spiral. Stage G, the start. You eat the usual suspects. Processed foods, takeaway, soft drinks, high in saturated fats and refined sugars. Stage R, the damage. This diet starts actively damaging your hippocampus, impairing its ability to process satiety signals. Your brain's harmful detector starts going on the fritz. Stage 3, loss of control. Because your hippocampus isn't working properly, you lose the ability to use your internal fullness cues to stop eating. You keep eating even when you're physically full. You start responding more to external food cues, that smell of hot chips, that eye for chocolate. Stage 4, escalation. You eat more, gain more weight, and cause even more damage to your already struggling hippocampus. And round it goes, like a carousel you can't get off. This explains why it's so bloody hard to break bad eating habits. It's not about willpower or being weak. Your satiety system, the very thing that should help you stop eating, has been compromised. You're trying to drive with dodgy brakes. Part 4. It's not just about your waistline. This isn't just about your waistline. Your hippocampus is critical for all sorts of cognitive functions. When people eat high-fat, high-sugar diets, studies show poor everyday memory performance. Remember when you walked into a room and forgot why you were there? Increased impulsively, making it even harder to resist unhealthy food choices. Impaired learning. That might not just be getting older. It could be your diet having a chat with your hippocampus. Part 5. The bonds and rules. Reversibility. Alright, enough gym and good. Here's the absolutely bonds and rules that'll make you sit up. Recent research suggests these changes may be reversible when you switch back to a healthier diet. In one study, animals that showed anxiety and memory impairment after months of a bad diet recovered those issues after just 8 weeks of diet normalization. The brain has remarkable plasticity, even after being knocked around a bit. Another study showed that switching obese rats back to standard chow normalized memory function and reduced inflammation, even though their body weight remained elevated. You can start healing your brain even before you've lost all the weight. That's powerful. Part 6. The path forward, breaking the cycle. So, what do you actually do about this? First, recognize the cycle for what it is. This isn't a character flaw or a moral failure. You're dealing with a neurobiological mechanism that's been hijacked by modern processed foods. That has science. Second, start small and be patient. Your brain needs time to heal about 2 months based on the research. Focus on adding more whole foods rather than just restricting. Reducing processed foods gradually. Being mindful of eating from true hunger versus external food cues. Third, support your hippocampus. The research suggests the best ways. Reducing saturated fats and refined sugars. Regular physical activity, which increases the crucial BDNF protein. Getting adequate sleep and managing stress. As your hippocampus heals, you'll notice genuine satisfaction after meals, less constant thinking about food, and better memory. Conclusion: knowledge is power. The science tells us the vicious cycle is real, but it's not inevitable, and it's not permanent. At VitaChoice, we believe science over suffering, wisdom for well-being. When you reduce the foods that damage your hippocampus and support its healing, you're not just losing weight, you're regaining your brain's natural ability to tell you when you've had enough. Take care of your brain, and your brain will take care of you. Cheers, and good luck on your journey.